This American F-15E fighter jet, on a mission in Iraq, was forced to climb to gain enough kinetic energy for its bunker buster to penetrate underground shelters, leaving the valley's cover. This brief exposure led to it being locked onto and hit by an anti-aircraft missile, immediately crippling its hydraulic system. In the final seconds before the jet crashed out of control, the pilot decisively pulled the handle, initiating the complex life-saving procedure of the ejection seat. This entire ejection process, though it only takes 0.3 seconds, is extremely dangerous for the pilot. The moment the seat is ejected, the pilot will experience approximately 15 times the force of gravity. If their limbs are not properly protected, the immense impact from the air pressure can very easily cause bone fractures. Therefore, when facing such a life-threatening emergency, the pilot will decisively pull the ejection lever. This lever is usually between your legs, or sometimes above your head. It connects to the safety lock with rods and hinges, specifically to determine if you're truly in distress or just accidentally triggered it. Normally, it locks the system, but if an emergency is confirmed, it instantly activates the igniter and simultaneously engages the safety restraint system, providing physical support for your body. At this point, the leg restraints will quickly tighten and the arm restraint system will also activate, protecting the limbs from high-speed airflow damage. Additionally, the headrest will extend to support the neck and the speed monitoring device will also activate simultaneously. Once the pilot's posture is ready, the ignition system will begin to operate. The ejection lever will activate the firing pin, striking a compressed spring, which then impacts the primer ammunition, triggering a small explosion. This principle is just like firing a bullet, except that the gas pulse generated here will rush through pipes to the timing device. You can think of the timing device as a distributor, which will simultaneously activate 3 systems. At this moment, the pilot is still protected by the canopy. The timing device first signals the canopy's explosive bolts, detonating pyrotechnic charges to create high-pressure gas. The 2-stage shockwave from this explosion instantly breaks the connecting bolts, and the canopy is then ripped away by high-speed airflow. Once the canopy is clear, a second, slightly delayed gas pulse is sent to the ejection system. This prevents the pilot from colliding with the canopy before it's far enough away. Also, the seat's backrest is fixed on 2 tracks with multiple telescopic pistons inside the ejection cylinder providing thrust. When the timing device emits a pulse, gas from the primer's explosion compresses the piston at the bottom of the ejection cylinder. Once the air pressure reaches a certain level, it pushes a bolt to unlock the main system, and the piston moves upward under high pressure, simultaneously triggering secondary ammunition for even more powerful thrust. As the pistons extend sequentially, the seat smoothly moves upward along the tracks. This entire sequence is completed within 0.2 seconds of pulling the lever. The resulting acceleration reaches 12 to 20 Gs. In short, if you weigh 80 kilos, you'd instantly feel 1,600 kilos of immense force. This is when pilots are most likely to get injured. Now, once the seat fully detaches from the rails, the solid rocket motor underneath immediately takes over, generating enormous thrust within 0.2 to 0.3 seconds, propelling the seat high into the air. But it's not over yet. The pilot still has to face powerful air currents exceeding 1,000 kilometers per hour. To maintain stability, the timing device sends a 3rd signal to the stabilization parachute gun, rapidly firing an iron ball attached to a parachute. The parachute quickly opens due to air pressure, keeping the seat stable and preventing further rotation. Then, the seat separation mechanism activates, detonating explosive bolts to separate the pilot from the seat. After the pilot separates, the seat falls due to its own weight, pulling out the pilot's main parachute.